In a world where acceptance and tolerance are now celebrated as among life's highest values, saying that there can't be just one true religion sounds so right, doesn't it? I mean, it's so politically correct. Even suggesting that a single religion has a monopoly on the truth would just reek of arrogance and exclusivity, and it can lead to conflict. So let me say right here at the beginning that this really is a very profound subject where we could take a deep dive into philosophy and into relativism, into pluralism. It could go on forever. So these few minutes won't answer the depths of this question. But remember, that's not our objective here at Bite Size Answers. There are some great apologetic groups out there that do a really good job on this. Some of them are listed in the bigger portion sections of this website, so I encourage you to use it. But our objective here is to communicate just a few thought-provoking ideas so you can move the conversation to the life-changing message of the gospel. So let's do that right now. Here's the first idea. Truth by definition is exclusive. After all, that's kind of what makes it truth. In many situations, there's only one right answer, and all the rest of the answers are wrong, though there may be an abundance of them. If someone asks, what time is the football game supposed to start? And the answer is 3 o'clock, that's the one right answer. Pretty exclusive. 2 o'clock is wrong. 4 o'clock is wrong. 8:30 is wrong. There's one right answer and a whole lot of wrong ones, because that's the essence of truth. When it comes to religion, well, there may be an agreement on some things, and by the way, there is. There are many differences, and some of them are downright incompatible. So either both are wrong, or one is right and the other is wrong, but they can't both be right when they say completely opposite things. Okay, here's a second thought. The idea of one truth is a common operating system. I mean, this is something people do all the time, so don't let them get away with calling out religion as the bad guys on this. If someone has ever said, you can't do that, they say that because they have a one truth operating system. This is what's right, what I'm saying is right, what makes what you're saying wrong. This is the basis of politics. Each of the parties think they're right. They have the one truth and the other party's truth is wrong. It's just a common way of thinking. In fact, the person who says that there can't be just one true religion has a one truth operating system because they think their truth is right and yours is wrong. All right, this third point is something people say when they're trying to appear very, very open-minded. They say, all religions have part of the truth. Very smooth, very unoffensive. But for someone to be able to say that means that they have an understanding of all 4,000 religions, which of course they don't. So there's a fallacy going on here from the get-go. What they're trying to say is that it's like the poem written in the mid-1800s, one that's still around today, that's about these 6 blind men who are going to see an elephant to determine what it's like. The first walks up and feels the enormous side of the elephant and says, whoa, this elephant is like a wall. The second approaches from the front and feels the tusks and says, what have we here? So very round and smooth and sharp to me 'tis very clear. This wonder of an elephant is very like a spear. Yeah, I had to memorize it in grade school, and I still remember it today. Another guy walks up and takes hold of one of the legs and says, whoa, the elephant's like a tree. Another walks around the back and takes hold of the tail and says, the elephant's like a rope. And so on for all 6 of the guys. After they're all done, they discuss their impressions, each thinking that they're right. The final line of the poem is this: though each were partly in the right, all were in the wrong. People say, that's what religion's like. All are partly in the right, but they're all partly wrong. Now, as good and profound as this sounds, there's a critical understanding here that changes everything. The only way this story could be told is because somebody knew what an elephant looked like. If you're walking through a field and you find a tire or a hubcap or a steering wheel and a bumper and you say, this is from a car, how can you say that? Because you know what a car looks like. The only way people can say that all religions have a part of the truth is to assume that the truth is known. Otherwise, that statement makes no sense and it's only an assumption. Now, if this is how the conversation had gone, about this time I'd probably lean in and say something like, Christianity has a truth that you may not fully understand. If you have a few minutes, I can explain it to you so at least you know what it is. And if they give you permission, you step in and you communicate the gospel of Jesus. Jesus made a very bold statement in John chapter 14 and verse 6 where he said this: I am the way and the truth and the life. No one comes to the Father except through me. He made it clear that there was only one truth, And we want people to understand that truth, not so we can win an argument, but so they can come into a relationship with the living God that will change their life today, tomorrow, and forever.